Good afternoon, everyone. For those of you who don't know who I am, my name is Evan Geyer. Today, we're talking about guns in society. Now, personally, I'm not a gun owner, and I've rarely actually around guns. However, some gun problems I might understand. The primary reason to be careful around a gun is not because guns kill, however, because guns hurt. Um, if a gun were just to kill you and it didn't hurt, there would probably be suicides through gun deaths. However, it's because a gun hurts, because the gun does things to the body, like puts holes in the body that people don't like. That is the primary reason to be careful around a gun. And of course, we don't want to kill people with your guns, uh, but suicide aside, um, we don't want to use guns because guns hurt. People might be inclined to use violence if they feel like they are in danger financially or need money. They might try armed theft, and in a theft, if anyone feels in danger, they may generally respond with force to win. If successful, whether or not money is needed, the experience and knowledge may lead to further theft attempts. While it starts from peer pressure or a need, it continues from confidence. So experience begets confidence instead of a need, and things occur because of confidence. Mental health and guns. People will take some things or act outside the lines because they thought they earned more in life than they got, or because for some reason they are desperate and able to take, so they take what they cannot otherwise earn. Oftentimes, guns are there by chance, and if guns are available, they are more likely to eventually be used than not. People don't just buy guns to not use them generally. The more experience one has with a gun, the quicker it might be used as caution gets replaced with comfort. The best way to reduce violence is to provide a responsible way to make a living that does not include violence. The second best way to maybe to reduce the availability of weapons that create violence. And third best way is the punishment that follows the crime in most cases. People aren't actively thinking about the punishment as they go through life. Um, and so that's kind of the third reason. I have talked about the economy in other videos and the problems, so no need to repeat here. To tackle the availability of guns, various ideas have been proposed or implemented. A background check, safety course, not more than 10 clips of ammo, a permit per person, and officer approval. Personally, I think the officer approval is taking a step too far. Although someone knowing isn't a bad idea, whether it be a parent, sibling over 18, a counselor, a family member, or a neighbor, potentially asking, does anyone know you are renting, buying a gun, I believe would be beneficial. However, I wouldn't deny a purchase even if no one knows. The idea is that the information could be used in court, and an honest answer is expected. What to me would be an ideal solution, what to me would be an ideal solution is to have our guns locked up and have only smart guns or fingerprint guns that know the owner of the biometrics and can't be used by robots. These regular guns, robots can pick them up and use them. Um, if we were ever to get to a doomsday scenario, it'd be nice for the robot to not be able to use the gun. Although this may be far away, I believe it's ideal. Use something like an Amazon locker for our guns and get people more used to hiding and or retreating in dangerous situations and fighting back in escalating situations early on that we don't know a lot about. Neighborhood watch, alerting police, or backing away and retreating and hiding rather than engaging, I believe, is ideal. Furthermore, phones could be adapted to recognize the sound of a firing gun to call for backup after bystanders and silencers should be banned. Alert bystanders. So, Smartphones could be adapted to recognize the sound of a gun, and silencers should be banned. I don't know why someone would want a silencer. It's a weenie way of going after someone. Oh, I'm not going to, you know, I think silencers should be banned. If measures are taken to make it so the perpetrator can be caught and found and punished appropriately for the crime will be less likely to occur. While punishment may be needed to be revisited, I believe in starvation to death as a potential punishment for murder. Anyone convicted to 20 years or more in jail may be allowed 2 retrials. However, if found unanimously guilty, all 3 trials should be put to death by chair through starvation. No need to send them to Alcatraz or hold people in jail indefinitely. If one pleads guilty, they get better arrangements for death, like a computer with their internet and games, and a last meal during starvation, which would not otherwise be provided. And that's important. We've got people sitting in jails with life sentences, with hundreds of years of sentences. Put them to death. Truthfully, worse travesties have occurred in history, including fighting in World War II trenches, gas chambers, forced labors, and I personally have fasted for 10 days and felt no pain in doing so. So that's Evan on guns. And a little bit of misinformation that I would like to address is that people are told to own a gun to defend the Constitution and deal with corrupt politicians. However, the truth is the Constitution Party hasn't won any major elections, and elections are a way to deal with politicians, not guns. Legacy, smart guns could be taken away at death and paid for and recycled, and with a mandatory smart gun law, we could eventually get to our Goldilocks safety scenario of all smart guns in society. All right, that's Evan on guns in society. I will talk to you later and see you.